Hello, and welcome to WaterMeterLog. In this example, I'm going to cover all of the options you have available to you in your meters. So the first thing we'll do is go over here to the menu option on the top left, and we'll go down to meters. So in this view, you'll get a little detail about your meter and the specifications that you've given it. So what we'll do here is come over here to the options menu, click on that, and you can see all of the options that you have available. So the first thing we'll do is we'll view the details of this meter. In here you can see the name, the permit number, pretty much every detail that you have for that meter and that you've specified for your meter, as well as what the max meter reading is. So this is basically the max number you can enter of your reading to hit 100% of your allocation. And then it goes on to give you the total water that's currently used in acre feet. And the total water left in acre feet. If this meter was in a unit other than acre feet, so let's say it was in acre inches, then there would actually be an option here at the top right that you could check to view those details in either acre inches or acre feet. From this page, you also have the ability to edit the meter, as well as show all of your meters, or go back to the home page. If we choose show meters, that's going to bring us back to that view where we can see all of our meters and be able to get to the options for each meter. So next we'll come in and we will edit the meter. So in here you can change any detail of your meter that you set up, including the allocation. So if you entered the allocation incorrectly and it was actually a 250 acre feet total allocation, you could edit that here. And then we could also come in here and edit any of the details for this. So I'm going to make this example meter 1. And let's submit. Okay, we can see that the meter was updated as well as the allocation. We can see, the name has changed to represent that change that we made, as well as our allocation. So let's check out the next option, which is to add a filter. So on this page, we can actually add an additional filter. If we'd created filters prior to this and we wanted to add this meter to another filter, we could come in here and we could just go ahead and add an additional filter. So if we were to filter down on any of our views, either by farm 1 or farm 2, this meter would show up on both of those. If we just wanted to switch this to be farm 2 instead of farm 1, you can come in here, select that, and we'll hit submit. Okay, so on this view, we can see the filter was successfully added. Because I was already filtered down under farm 1, and we changed that filter to farm 2, it's no longer being displayed. So what we would do is we could either come down here and select farm 2, and we could see the meters that are under farm 2, or if we didn't want to filter by anything, we just want to see everything that we have, we can filter by all. So now you can see that our meter shows up. The next option we have in this list is to archive a meter. Archiving a meter is going to remove it from your view so that you no longer see it. It's not going to delete the meter. It's still there in case we need to restore it at a later date. But if you had accidentally created a meter or temporarily didn't need access to that meter to make readings or to collect anything on it, and you didn't want to see it in your view, you could archive that meter, and that is going to archive it. If we were to go to the home page, and we are filtered by all, so any meters that we have would show up here. It's not going to show any because that meter has been archived. How you would restore that meter is just coming over here to the menu button, going over to archives, and then going to the options of the meter that we archived and restoring it. So if we go back home now, you can see that meter is there again. So let's go back into meters. Alright, so the next option we have available is to view the allocations. So when you created your allocation for this year, it created all the details for it and a way to kind of keep track of what is available to you. So this is going to display all of the details for that allocation and also give you a couple of other options. You can view readings for that allocation. So in the future, once we've renewed an allocation, you would have a history of any allocation you had prior. So if we go to view readings, it's going to show us all of the readings for that allocation that we selected. And then you could actually edit those readings as well. So we'll go back in here and you can see that you have the option to edit the allocation. We edit it via the meter edit page, but you could also edit only the allocation here as well. and then we can also view a report for that allocation. So if you needed to view a report from a prior allocation, you could easily do that by coming here. So we'll go back to all meters. And the next option we have is to view readings. You have a couple of ways to get to the view readings page, but if you wanted to just dial down directly to the meters readings quickly, you could come here to this option and choose view readings. And that's going to give you a view of all of the current allocations readings for this meter and allow you to edit or remove, delete those readings. Now we'll go back to the meters view, and we will go through to our next option. The next option on the list is to be able to view a PDF report. The report can come in handy at the end of the year when you want a summary of information related to the meter or the allocation, as well as the total water used or remaining, and the latest 20 readings that have been taken and who they've been taken by. This is useful for when you need to submit a report to the state at the end of the year. You can easily copy this information down and get it onto the report for submittal. So we'll go ahead and go back, and the next option we'll view is how to share a meter. Sharing a meter can be done a couple of different ways. There's even a page dedicated sharing meters where you would be able to select all of your meters or a set of meters that you would want to share with an individual. But for today's purposes, we're going to go over how to share a specific meter from this view. So on this page, it's fairly simple. The only information you really need to have is the email address of the user that you would like to share this meter with, and then you would need to choose whether or not you want that user to be able to edit the meter. If you select the checkbox to allow the user to edit, that's going to give them the ability to edit the meter's name, the meter units, allocation information. Basically anything that you can edit about the meter, that user would also be able to edit. If you wanted the user to have a more read-only experience, then we would leave that checkbox unselected, and we would go ahead with that submittal of that sharing. So let's go back to the meters page. And the next option that we'll take a look at is deleting a meter. Deleting a meter is an irreversible action. It's something you only really want to do if you mistakenly created a meter and no longer have any desire to create any new readings, to view any history or anything like that. We would choose delete meter. If there is an instance or a case where you might need that information in the future or would like to go back and see previous allocations information, then deleting a meter is definitely not the route to go. In that instance, we would want to choose to archive the meter. That way we have access to it for a future date, but it still removes it from our view. So if we were to delete the meter, it's going to give you a message at the top indicating that the action is irreversible and just kind of confirming that this is the step you want to take. So for my purposes, I actually don't want to create or delete the meter at this point, so I'm going to hit cancel. So that has been an overview of all the options you have available to you on the meters view. If you would like more information or more detailed information on how to utilize these features, please feel free to leave us an email at the address below, or you can go up here to the top left menu bar and choose help in order to create a ticket. Thank you.